right, what's happening, y'all? So I'm sitting here with Ben. We are just recapping his epic last 60 days of just making moves with his production business. And I'll let him fill you in on the details. But Ben, first off, wanted to just welcome you. Welcome to another Savage Spotlight episode.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I mean, happy to do this recorded convo instead of live in the group, but we're getting it done.
Don't tell anyone it's recorded and that I couldn't figure out how to go live at the moment.
All right, we can edit that out. But
so fill me in. You've had a lot of momentum the last 60 days. Where are you at kind of in deal flow?
Yeah, for sure. So right when I signed on with you, I closed 2 deals that I did post in the group, like a 5K one-off and then a 9K 3-month retainer, and done a few. I think we were talking, and I've done about 21,000 since I've joined. So roughly there. Recently closed a 7,500 one-off project. And I'm not counting it yet, but I do have 2 proposals out where they verbally said yes, but I haven't gotten the deposit for a 12K and a 9K project. So things are moving and grooving. I'm excited, man.
Hell yeah, man. The momentum is definitely there. I would love for you to kind of just what was the catalyst over the last 60 days that kind of let you step into this next chapter?
I think for one, my discovery meetings were better. Like I've been doing this for a little while where I felt like I was pretty good at sales, or at least just asking questions, like overall just understanding how you need to ask questions and then position the content in a way that's valuable to the client, generally speaking. But I remember going into one of the first meetings with one of the roofing clients I worked with, and you just gave me examples of ask this. Well, what if we get you leads? Do you have people that can handle these leads, or what? You just asked questions, or you told me to ask questions that I hadn't done before. And I think either subconsciously or whatever, that helped with them understanding that we're, not just a typical videographer. And I think that also just gave me confidence going into the meetings. So just kind of diving deeper in the discovery meetings, asking questions, and then 2, having the sales deck to go over with people and explaining what a sales funnel is, or why certain videos are a part of the sales funnel and just describing that and sharing that with the client. And this is how the process works. That's been giving me a lot of confidence. And I feel like that helps show the value of the content to the client, which is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you put in any work into your website or new value videos or social media content, anything like that?
Not really. The only thing, I've just added a testimonial or 2 to my website, and really not too many pieces of content, just some random stuff here and there. But yeah, I haven't really sat down and recorded a bunch of value videos, which, I probably should do, but yeah.
Eventually. I remember when we first met, you wanted to kind of do more of the travel stuff, figure out how you could rework kind of your page, your funnel, some of your marketing. I was like, dude, just forget about that. Let's just make money, the travel stuff. And it's probably right in front of you. We just don't see it yet. I'm super pumped with all the wins and the fact that you're closing deals and making moves. What do you think others can be doing to continuously improve and get into these bigger packages?
Yeah, I think it's really easy to get caught up in these marketing strategies or running paid ads for yourself or funnels and VSLs. I was even talking to you about that recently. And
this morning,
the first meeting, yeah, the first meeting we had, I just remember you shared your easiest customers, or people are going to pay you are people that you already know. So that just you helped simplify things of reach out to friends and family or clients that you've already worked with, just people that are more hot or warm compared to trying to post content or doing outreach to these people that are completely cold. Or you were basically talking about doing you don't really recommend doing outreach because you've done a lot of that. So that helped a lot of just simplifying things. And I think that's so easy to forget of people who've already paid you to do content, reaching back out to them, seeing how things are going, just starting conversations up with people that you already know. That was just, it's so simple. And you're yeah, I already know that. But yeah, the conversations lead to opportunities.
Is there, tell us a little bit more about one of the deals. Could you walk us through kind of how it went? How did you approach them? How did kind of the initial conversation start? How'd the process go?
Yeah.
Just fill us in a little bit on that front.
Yeah, the most recent one was from Facebook. Well, this business owner, they like make cabinets for like kitchens and closets and things like that, like organization. They posted a status that they were looking for a videographer, and I think several people tagged me in his post, and then I got a discovery form filled out by them. So although I'm not in BNI anymore, like all of those people were from networking in BNI who tagged me. So that was cool. And yeah, I had the first initial meeting with him, and there's a lot of different ways we could go about it. And I didn't really have like the sales deck set up or the way that I wanted to tailor it to them. So then just 2 days later, we got on Zoom again, and I just went through everything. And I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I feel like I should have had the second decision maker on the second call as well, or the first one, because I basically went over the pricing and he said that all looks good, but he had to discuss it with his business partner. And then he emailed me a few days later saying that he wanted to go with the 7,500 package, which was like the middle one that I made. And yeah, so that's going to be a VBC, a testimonial, and an FAQ video, like taking 5 of the most common questions, putting it into a video. And we're doing 8 reels and some photos. So be pretty simple, probably like a 1 half day for shooting all the talking portions, and probably like 2 other half days getting all the installs and things like that. So nothing too crazy, but
relatively simple shoots, talking head and B-roll.
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Cool. So next question is, now that you have found your stride of confidence in sales, what is next for Grove Media?
So I have 2 clients that are my guinea pig for ads. So that'll be exciting. I've been annoying you with questions with that stuff and just kind of learning all of that. So I'm trying to dive into that. And I've got those are 2 people that I work with on a retainer. And for like a month or 2, I'm going to do them for free and then try and bump that up to like $5,000 a month. And yeah, I really want to go and lean more into like the digital marketing side, like still do content, but also offer ads or like build out funnels and things of that nature. So, and I'm also finding kind of like Dave, he may be watching this, of doing more of the home services type niche. I mean, you kind of still talk to people of whoever come into your world, but finding that they need content. A lot of them don't know how to make content. And then when you're starting to add like paid ads on top of that, like they definitely see the value in that. So kind of just think I'm going to keep going in that direction.
Absolutely, man. I wouldn't recommend anything other than that, because good content plus paid ads, there's so much power in that, whether it's continuing to help clients, launch your own coaching programs, partner with someone else and get more profit share with these. It's how you level up in the business world, and it's exactly what we've done. It's just like the more I've learned and can bring to clients, the more value they see, the more they're willing to open their checkbooks and give us money.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like one thing you were talking about what changed and I was talking about the sales deck. I feel like being able to, like, first of all, you need to ask good questions and really like dive into all of that. But then I feel like you also need to like logically be able to explain how this content's going to work, even if it's all organic. Like, why do you need these videos? And I feel like before I would try to explain them in like a videographer way of like, oh, this is going to like help you connect with people or whatever. And maybe you still share that, but you also share of like, this type of content is going to help you get more awareness, more people to know about your business. And then like, as they show interest, this video business card is going to help them make a decision. And like, you know what I'm saying? To where I feel like just being able to explain that is huge.
How I always saw it is, if someone's sitting down to talk with me about video, they know video is powerful. They know it helps create connection. They know it's, replicates them. Like, it was all the stuff they already kind of knew. And then you're trying to push and sell on that, instead of ask questions to understand what's actually going on in their business, and then be like, here's why we need X, Y, and Z. The VBC is going to help you clearly explain all 5 services that you offer, right? It's going to show the people, you're a home services company. You're coming into people's houses. They want to know and trust you. So that will build trust on that front. And it's going to, the FAQ, you always told me, Your salespeople are answering calls. You're on the phone all the time. We just get those in video format. People want the info online, you know? So breaking it down and catering it towards what their situation was.
Yeah.
Now they're like, oh shit, this makes sense. But when I, or you probably the same way, used to go in and just be like, oh, well, you need video because you need this and you need to do this and you're sitting there telling someone what they need instead of diagnosing their problem, letting them almost come to the conclusion on their own and be like, I want that. Right.
Yeah.
So, and it's, did you feel like you were selling?
No. And I really like how I had the different, you may have a better way to do this, but I felt like the fact that I had a few different options for them, I'm like, hey, we could like start off with this one. I'll be transparent with you. I think this one's like the most bang for your buck. Like you get these videos. And then if you want to go all out, like this is our most high end package or whatever. So like I was kind of just like going for that middle one. But it was cool though, because at the beginning of the call, I basically said, you know, you like set the frame for the call. And then it's like, all right, if it's very simple of what you need, I can give you a quote on this call. Or, you know, if there's a lot more moving parts, what I'll do is I'll put together a plan for you and then we can go over that on another call. So I just feel like that I set that I can, like, you don't have, and then in that second meeting, like you're not selling, like you're just explaining it and just like reinforcing what you talked about in the previous meeting. So I always felt like before when I was trying to like come up with all these like ideas on the spot, sometimes in person, trying to figure out a price, like I would just like blurt it out or whatever, or at least it felt that way. And it didn't always feel so thought out, but yeah.
Yeah. And that leads underselling, underquoting, you getting internally pissed at yourself because you did that, you know? So I'm stoked all of that is working well for you, dude, because like sales becomes fun when you remove that kind of pressure that you need to push someone into something and you're going in just to diagnose. So any advice for someone, what advice do you have for yourself like 3 years ago when you were starting all this? Like, what would that be, that one piece of advice you could give?
I'd say for myself 3 years ago, I'm trying to give a good answer here.
Yourself when you started video.
Yeah, I would say don't worry so much about the technical side of video and learn more about business and how video can solve business problems. And then, of course, learning sales and like what we've been talking about, like asking questions, understanding what their goals and pain points are, like how their business works, like how does the sales process work? Who are they trying to serve? What are their goals? All that stuff. And then catering video to that solution if you feel like you can genuinely help them. I felt like before, to an extent, you do need some experience with video. Like when I first started out, like I didn't even know how to light an interview. So like to a degree, like you need to learn or at least have some confidence that you can make a quality video. And there's also the argument that you hire people who know how to make a quality video. So you can do that as well. But yeah, sales, learn how video can solve certain problems for people.
Sweet. I love it, dude. Well, we'll keep it rocking. We'll keep you updated on Ben's journey as he keeps closing these freaking monster deals, because I know he's not going to stop. And if you guys have any questions for Ben, be sure to drop them below, tag him, and just let us know what they are so we can keep helping you become more savage, pitch them high, watch them buy, and just build an epic life and business for yourself.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I don't know if I'm out of line by giving you a plug, but I'd say the biggest value of working with you is having one-on-one access and like you creating looms and like sharing and giving your opinions on everything, because like I'm sure majority of the people in this group have bought a course and a lot of courses are great. But I think a big reason of why I've closed some of these deals is just getting your opinions on things and like getting your in-depth experience and sharing your thoughts on that. So I did want to give you a shout out for that while we're here.
I appreciate it, dude. I'm always looking for more members. And yeah, dude, no, I appreciate that. That's why I do what I do on the coaching side. It's not fun if I'm not working one-on-one with people. You know, this is why I love doing the live streams. That's why I love the mastermind, and would rather work with it's the same thing as in my video business assistant coaching. I'd rather work with a small handful of people that want to go deep and create win-wins versus be a one size fits all to everyone. You know, so I practice what I preach on both fronts. And I'm stoked that you were one of the first people to join this new round. So Ben
Me
is an
first.
official certified savage. Swag pack still coming. I got the new
You're,
mock-ups, dude.
you're good, bro.
I got the new mock-ups. They're sick. I'm gonna hook you up.
Hell yeah. No, I'll definitely be rocking that on the next shoot.
Sweet, man. All right, dude. Well, I appreciate your time. Everyone else here, thank you, Ben. And we'll catch you next time, man.
See ya.
All right, see you, dude.